Hey everybody, what's going on? Fabian for Liberty. So I want to first address the video I did a few days ago. Some of you were a little upset regarding the title, Boston Marathon bombing, and so does gold, or Boston Marathon bombs, and so does gold. I mean, the gold market bombed that day. There was bombs in Marathon. I think for most of you that have watched my videos for some time, I think you know where I'm at with respect to a horrible event like that, total tragedy. I mean, look, I don't do these videos for money or whatever. Some people imply that. I actually lose money by the fact of people that I, employ, the equipment that I buy, everything else. I do these videos because it's my opinion. I'm getting out. I think much of it is based in truth. Do I get things wrong sometimes? Of course I get things wrong sometimes. But look, I'm coming from my point of view. I'm not a journalist. I'm not a news guy. I'm not, it's my point of view. So just know what you're watching, okay? I'm not, it is what it is. Now, I do want to address, and most of you know that I am a real estate guy. I'm about economics. I do talk about current events and stuff. But I just have to address the insanity that's out there with this horrible event because it's really important. The confusion right now is really big in Boston, really big all over. People are like, who did this? What happened? Was it a, Saudi on the visa? They found out that it wasn't. They arrested him. They let him go. A suspect they claim is in custody. The feds are, mad at CNN and some of these other news outlets for, jumping the gun and reporting things that are totally inaccurate. And then you have people like Alex Jones, who within an hour, I believe, was saying false flag attack. And, it troubles me to say that people in the so-called alternative media, which I would consider myself to be an alternative media, coming out within an hour or less and saying false flag attack. That's it. I find those people just as, discreditable or discredited, in my opinion, as the mainstream media who lies and gets everything wrong with economics and everything else. I think that it's amazing to me that somebody would immediately say false flag attack. The reason I want you to know this is because, look, at the end of the day, I don't want you to take my word for anything. I want you to do your own research when it comes to investments, when it comes to everything. And just know that, if everything that we believe with respect to the economy and global resets, and we might differ by some, here or there, but we agree on much of the fact that the economy is unstable, when everything goes down, there's going to be a lot of confusion. So you better know who you're listening to and where you're getting your information. Because if you're getting your information from people like this, that are telling you that Family Guy, foresaw the events when now it's been totally, all you need to do is go look at the Family Guy episode. It's been pulled now. And you'll see it was completely taken out of context. They edited it, they put it out there, and they said, oh no, Family Guy, they warned of the attacks. Or the idea that there was a drill is insanity. Look, in 2007, I ran the Toronto Marathon. Back then, I could tell you, there was bomb-sniffing dogs. There were, that's what they do. So dogs sniffing for bombs at a big sporting event isn't a drill. It's standard protocol. That's how it works. The other idea, look at this story. This is from Infowars.com. And look, I don't have a beef with Alex Jones. I don't know Alex Jones. And, I commend the fact he's been doing this for 17 years. But when I see stories like this come out, I have to think to myself, what's his motives? Why is he, here's a story where he posts a picture. And if you see, I don't know if you can see this. There's a guy on top of this building. And in the article, this is Paul Joseph Watson. As the Daily Mail reports, a picture posted on Twitter shows an individual walking on the roof directly overlooking one of the blasts at the Boston Marathon. From that picture, they're now saying this. And this is Alex Jones' own website. So I'm going to say it's Alex Jones because, I have websites. Anything posted on there, goes through me. So I approve it or I know what's going on there. He says, the fact, or this is Paul Watson writing, the fact that this individual is in such close proximity to the blast clearly suggests that he's either one of the perpetrators behind the attack or a police officer detailed with carrying out surveillance. Yeah, but a perpetrator? How do you, just because he's in the picture, he might be one of the perpetrators? Or the fact that the police knew about the bombing in advance? I'm sorry, I don't I have seen nothing out there to make that claim whatsoever. In fact, I got to tell you, as somebody who's pretty bearish on the overall economy, not my own personal economy, but the global economy, bearish on humanity, I got to tell you, it was good to see the people that ran to the bombs rescuing each other and helping. I mean, it wasn't just police and military. It was like runners running into limbs and all over the place. That to me is a good sign of humanity that, you know what, we care about stuff. I think it's really, really crazy when you have people like Alex Jones and others on the alternative media that, quite frankly, are on his bandwagon that try to post stories and post me, to get views or whatever it may be. Just be careful where you get your information from. And again, look, I'm the guy who says, don't take my word for anything that I say. It's my opinion. You do your own research. But here's what I think is important to know with this horrible tragedy. The radicals, of course, are trying to say, Salon hopes it's a white guy. They're blaming the Second Amendment, saying the Second Amendment would have been responsible or is responsible or the gun culture is responsible for this. Now we've had letters with ricin that have not only been sent to a Republican senator, now they've been sent to Barack Obama. I don't know if these things are related. To me, I have a feeling they are related. To me, it does appear to be the act of one nutbag. And whether he is a white guy, black guy, Muslim guy, he's a terror. I mean, this is terrorism. And, I don't know if it's false flag or not. I don't think it's false flag. And I think for anybody who says it is right off the bat, they're being disingenuous. And I think they're not dealing with they're not being realistic and trying to be truthful with you. They're trying to sell stuff or, get views or have this sensationalism. They're no better than the worthless mainstream media. The bottom line is this. There's a tremendous amount of confusion. We don't know what's happening, but it's the same confusion that will go down in the next economic crisis that is coming. And when that economic crisis comes, you better know where you get your news from and what happens. The last thing that I want to say is, do I believe that the radicals, including Obama, want this to be a white guy, part of the Tea Party that they could link? Absolutely. There's no doubt about that. Is false flag terrorism something that happens? Yes, it is. I mean, under all conditions, people would say that I'm a 9/11 truther because I have questions about 9/11, and there's no doubt there were drills that were run that day. But to say that there's drills at every terror attack is just not dealing with reality. Security there in advance is not a drill. It's standard protocol, like I said. So anyways, last thing is there's been a bomb scare at a federal courthouse now in Boston. I pray for the people in Boston. I hope that you will do as well. Hold them in your prayers or, just in your thoughts. I think this is times when people, regardless of the criminality behind it and who's behind it, when people can come together and help each other in trying to, overcome these horrible events. I'm Fabing for Liberty. Check out FabingForLiberty.com. Thanks for watching. I'm out.